First time I've ever described Wigan in two-tone blue. Usually it's cherry and white, isn't it? Bradford in a very traditional-looking jumper. I'm looking forward to seeing Grace Ramsden at hooker. I know that she was very impressive in the game that I did earlier this season over at St Helens in that position. She worked tirelessly against Tara Jones that afternoon. So we're just seconds away from the start of this game. And it's always going to be interesting how both sides get to grips with it early on, isn't it, Chloe?
Yeah, it's just about settling them nerves and just making sure that you complete your first couple of sets just for both teams. I mean, you see that Wigan are going to attack first, so let's just see how they start the game off. And
I know we were talking in the build up to this sort of more privately, but you said about the fact of being able to play at iconic venues like this. I mean, you know, once upon a time this held a rugby league record crowd of like 105,000 officially, 120,000 if you're not counting where they got over the walls and that. So I mean, what's that like, coming to play your games at places like this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just it's such a nice place to play, especially here at Oddsall, and just for any rugby team really. I mean, it's going across the board now. We're playing at decent grounds, and it's going a long way for women's sport.
So the game is up and running. That first run came in from Becky Greenfield. Now it's taken up there by Alison Burrows. Moved across to the left-hand side. Big collision early doors. And the referees picked it out for a high shot. So it's their first penalty. Now, you could also be watching us as well as on Our League, and good afternoon to you watching on Our League. You could also be watching us over there on Twitch as well, so thank you very much for joining us. If you're joining Rugby League for the very first time, let us know, and we'll try and explain things as we go along. I try and keep things simple, so I try not to complicate it. And that's a decent run coming in from Natalie Watson over the 40-metre line. She'll play this ball to Marsh, who low passes to the right-hand side. Good ball movement early doors. But then that's the commentator's curse for you, knocking on straight away. See, this is bound to happen with me, Chloe.
I mean, it's good line speed for Bradford, that, making them force the error and turning it over on the 50 there.
Paige Costello, I think it was, who put the hit team, wasn't it, in defence?
Good hit, yeah.
Is she generally renowned for her speed off the line?
Yeah, she's good at getting the line off with players around her and just forcing their mirrors.
So it's Bradford's first use of possession, running there by Sarah Dunn. I think she scored something like 3 tries earlier on this season in a game, didn't she, Sarah Dunn? Very experienced player.
Yeah, very experienced, and someone you want on your side. She'll always put a shift in for you.
There's Liv Wood, who we talked about just before.
Yeah, quality players, Liv. She's done a lot this season.
At dummy half, passing to the right-hand side. Run comes in there from Amy Hardcastle. Hardcastle runs inside that 30. Wrapped up by 3. Wanting a quick play the ball. Not really getting it. They controlled the speed of that play the ball end,
a bit too long for me, that.
Shuffling, stuttering run out the left-hand side by Stacey Greenwood. She's well watched by the defence. Bradford almost up to that 20-metre line. Grace Ramsden looking round, looking left, looking right, brings it to the right-hand side. Big run coming in from Debbie Smith. Wrapped up by 3. Good line speed once more by Wigan. Unsurprisingly, right in the middle of all that is Vicky Molyneux. Real workhorse of a player. Bradford, though, looking pretty steady, kicking the ball in the right. That's a good kick, well contested, well picked up as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's good completion set. It's good to turn him over there. Nice to get the kick away.
So Wigan back in possession, struggling to get forward. I think that's Rachel Thompson underneath that 2-person challenge. Greenfield picks up out of dummy half. I love her effort. She's just totally committed, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. You see, she's always willing to make them yards for a team.
Forward come Wigan. That's a simple drive forward. Good little handoff coming in there as well. Strength shown up to the 30-metre line. Marsh passes right. Little drop-off play from Foley. Picks up Natalie Watson again, who crashes forward after a quick play of the ball. Marsh is there again. Passes down the right-hand side. Kick comes in to complete the set by Foley. It's a long one down the field. And eventually it's taken there by Leah Jones. Good footwork from Jones. Skipped away from the 2 players coming at her. Eventually wrapped up, though, by Amanda Sibbald. But that's a great start to the set, that.
Yeah, definitely. Leah's always looking for that space, and she's determined to get them yards, which she's just proven there.
Solid defence in the middle of that field, though, for Wigan. Bradford still inside their own 40-metre line. Ramsden picks up, puts it to her left-hand side. They continue to come forward. Forceful running by Liv Wood once again, up towards halfway. Ramsden sends it left. just unfortunate that she had to reach back for it. Just took a little bit of sting out of that run then.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But good line speed once again by Wigan. Certainly putting numbers in as well. It's to be noted in these early stages.
Yeah, the control, that's
great ball. Here's Sarah Dunn. Dunn with the pace. Dunn with the strength. Dunn still going. She's gone all the way to the line. It's a great start to the game for Bradford. What a score.
Yeah, great. Sarah Dunn's always running them lines, very effective. She'll always break the line at them at that speed, and it's hard to defend against.
What I loved there as well was the fact that she slowed down, almost inviting Greenfield onto her, and then just sped past her again.
Just teasing her a bit there.
It was a great piece of play down that left-hand side. Really short line there, and Sarah Dunn has touched down. Good score. 4 points still in favour of Bradford. Kick to come. Now, I'm just wondering who's going to be taking the kicks, because Leah Jones is a half-decent kicker, isn't she? And also, Boardman's been kicking a few this year as well.
Yeah, it looks like Leah's taking that. Yeah, Leah's the first choice kicker, really. She's got a good boot on her and very good at the conversions.
So it is Leah Jones. 14 goals so far this season. Make that 15. Flags are raised. 6 points to 0 in favour of Bradford. And a superb start, Chloe.
Yeah, great start for Bradford. I think that's just going to help with settle the nerves. Just getting that score on early. It's complete now. Just keep going.
That really looked like a set play down that left-hand side. Is that something that's been being worked on over recent weeks?
Yeah, we're just focusing on the shape of his attack and just getting good depth, and it just shows that it's working there, what we've been working on. Just in that short line there for Sarah Dunn to break through.
I remember speaking to Kirsty Maroney as well a few weeks ago when I worked with her on the Challenge Cup semi-final commentary, and she was saying that she was a little bit disappointed with the way that the team had gone against Leeds, but certainly that type of play is going to test anybody out, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. I think we've worked on quite a lot since the Leeds game, and it's just nice to see it's pulling off. I mean, we're going to make them work for it, but it's good to see that we're pulling off them sorts of moves.
Great drive forward there by Debbie Smith. That's a smashing start to this set, and working down that left-hand side again. Foley's in with the challenge. Bagley is also there as well, the centre. And what is noted again is that Wigan put about 3 or 4 numbers in at one point there and really made the play the ball a slow one. Bradford bringing it back through the middle. Tackle comes in on that 40-metre line. Ramsden's looking round. She's got spur for company but bypasses her and instead goes back to Boardman. Boardman challenges the defence. Marsh brings her down. Ramsden always communicating, seems like a really chirpy player. Ball goes back to Hardcastle, has to stop and then goes down the right hand side, kicks forward. It's an individual chip and chase for her, and Becky Greenfield cleans up. Good play all round the field.
Yeah, well picked up by Becky Greenfield there. She put on a bit of pressure by Amy Hardcastle.
But it's noted that Wigan are playing this ball a lot inside their own half, so at this current stage, in these early stages as we sit, Bradford controlling the momentum and territory.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see to Bradford putting this pressure on Wigan, especially in these early minutes of the game, making them play from their own half and making them try and get the kick away.
Marsh again at dummy half, passes right to Walsh. Walsh looks to dummy and crash her way forward. Good run. She did have a couple of options there. Greenfield was running to her left-hand side. She had Foley to her right, and instead she challenged the defence and wins a penalty.
Yeah, good work by John Walsh there. Probably what they needed there to relieve some pressure that Bradford had been putting on them.
Marsh is looking round for support, finds it, the tap is taken. Here's Molyneux, forceful run, good surge as well, 12 metres gained. Marsh picks up, goes down the right hand side, links it down that side with Speakman. Good running by Speakman. Unusual for a prop to be popping up down that right hand side in about 10 or 15 metres in from touch, but Foley releases the pass back to the middle. That's more like a props run. Natalie Watson, she's done some tough carries so far in this game, hasn't she, Watson?
Yeah, she's gained quite a few metres every time that she's run the ball in, which will be good for Wigan.
Marsh, tempting pass over the top, clean up there by Rachel Thompson. Been missing recently as Thompson, back from injury and gets 5 metres away from the try line. Marsh looks round, goes left to Walsh. Missed pass all the way out. It's a good tackle. They managed to keep the ball alive though, and Greenfield's there in support, but she's going nowhere.
Great defending.
So Marsh picks up out of dummy half, passes for the middle. little chip from Walsh. It's a tricky one. It bounces, it bobbles, it goes in behind the try line, and it's dropped on, thankfully, there by Paige Costello, but it's forced to drop out that.
Yeah, good reaction by Paige there. But good work from Wigan there, making them get a repeat set here from in Bradford's half, just adding that pressure on, just turning it around a bit.
And interesting, like you said, with Walsh looking to dominate, she's already mixing the game up, isn't she, between running and passing and that little intricate kick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just makes the defenders question what she's going to do, and as long as she's got options at either side of her, then it's just going to make the defence even harder to work and close her down.
Lengthy drop out, and like a magnet, Greenfield is there. Everywhere the ball goes, Greenfield is there. Her positioning is fantastic. And she plays the ball. Marsh pushes it to the right-hand side. Here's Molyneux. Molyneux breaking through. Big running from Molyneux. Going for the try line. Can they hold her up? There's lots and lots of players there now. Great chase back. And the 2 metres out here, Wigan. Marsh pushing the ball to the right-hand side. It's kicked forward by Foley. Is that knocked on? Well, we're playing on. There's nothing that happens. In fact, the tackle count has been wiped down by the match official. So we're going to have another set of 6 to come forward now, just 10 metres away from the try line. If you're new to rugby league, you basically get 6 goes at your opposition line to try and score. 7 if you take it from the opposition's knock-on. Down the left, it's moved. Good work. And they've got the overlap. And it's a try at the corner. Good work. Megan Grace holding, touching down at that corner. And it was simply using the numbers then, Chloe.
Yeah, great use of the shifting the ball out left. Starting off by Gemma Walsh there, having their options again. Just quick hands by Becky Greenfield, and then straight out there to the winger, scoring the try there.
Is there anything that Bradford could have done differently defensively there, do you feel? Or was that just great attack?
I think a bit both. Like, you've got to get the slide on in defence to try and cut out that overlap. But really good attacking there by Wigan.
It's a great response from Wigan. 6 points to 4 in favour of Bradford. This kick to come. It's a really difficult one out on this left-hand side by Foley. I think I mentioned she kicked 2 goals in the game against Wakefield the other week, which you saw in front of the Our League cameras. 44-6 Wigan won on that occasion. I know I've been being put under a bit of pressure by other co-commentators that I've had alongside me all season about whether or not players are actually going to kick goals. What do you think? I'm not putting you under any pressure, by the way, Chloe.
I mean, it's tough out there on the sideline.
I'd get nowhere near, I have to admit, personally. In she steps. Just give it chances. Not quite coming around enough, but 6 points to 4 is out it remains. Tell you, it was a good old thump though, wasn't it, for the posts? Yeah,
well, she had the power, just a bit off with the accuracy, but it is tough getting it from the sidelines on this pitch.
What do you think of the early stages of this game that we've seen? We've been up and running about 15 minutes now.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for a Bradford point of view. I think we've been attacking really well. We just put that pressure on Wigan. I think if we keep applying that, then they should all be good. But Wigan have been really good in attack there when they've been in Bradford's half. So if they just keep working on that, I'm set to be a really good game.
So if you're just joining us on Our League, you've missed 2 tries already, but don't worry, we'll be showing you them again at some point over the course of the afternoon. So the kick-off goes long, taking on that far side. This is a strong run backwards, by the way. Right back at the defence. Dunny's one of 3 defenders there for Bradford. And the player is brought down over on that far side. Play the ball comes in. Molyneux made herself available, but it was taken in on that far side. Quick play the ball. Bagley picks up. Emily Bagley. Solid surge through that middle. Well controlled in defence though. Liv Wood with the initial impact. Paige Costello also involved as Carrie Smash jumps out of dummy half. Buys aside about 10 metres. They'll be happy with the progress they're making in this set here, Wigan, won't they?
Yeah. They're finding the front on every drive and just making them metres. It's making Bradford work.
When you say fan your front, this is a rugby leagueism, isn't it? This is a rugby league term. So generally, like this is finding your front, what you're watching now, so they're getting up and playing the ball quick. Yeah,
basically. So if you land on your front, you've dominated the tackle, so it allows you to get up and play the ball quicker. For a defensive point of view, you want to turn the player on the back, so it takes them a bit longer to get up.
Thanks for that explanation. Yeah, this is what I think we're here for as well, to explain kind of the game. So this is why you're alongside me, giving all your expert opinion. Bradford back in possession, by the way. It was a cracking run out of defence by Leah Jones in the first instance. Here's Sarah Dunn finding that defence in front of her a little bit sterner than it was previously. Ramsden picks up short running there. 30 metres away from their own line here, Bradford. Ramsden looking off down the left, but sending the ball to the right. Oh, it's juggled there. Liv Wood did well. There was defenders flying at her from every angle as well.
She did well to keep hold of that.
I would have dropped it, I tell you. Ramsden passes left. Kick to come in. A clearing kick. It's a huge hoof forward. It'll bounce in behind Greenfield. It's the first time she's not took something on the full.
Yeah, it's a great kick by Amy Hardcastle there. It's just really relieved a little pressure off Bradford. And then we can just start defending and try pin Wigan in their own half.
So like you say, it starts this particular set of possession off for Wigan in a real good place from a Bradford point of view, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's right down in the Wigan half of the field. They're going to have to battle to get into what we'd call good ball.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So starting there, the ball on the 25 metre. So they've still got quite a bit of way to get up into Bradford's half.
Now, if you are just joining us, it's 6 points to 4 in favour of Bradford. Sarah Dunn scoring the opening try. Megan Grace Holding replying just a few minutes ago. Wigan in possession. If you're watching us via Twitch, then why not subscribe to the Rugby League channel? www.twitch.tv/Rugby League. And even better, why not subscribe and download the Our League app? It's free, so that's always a good thing. And you can get it via the Play Store, via iTunes or iStore as well. Or you could just sign up by going to membership.rugby-league.com. What's happened here in the meantime? We've got a short stoppage in play.
Yeah, I think Sav took her up to the head. I think she's just down outside, just out of the shot of the camera.
You're right there. You're right. She's just being brought to the touchline. There she is, just in the corner of our screens there. Hopefully she's going to be okay to continue. She's a real strike player, isn't she, Sav Andrade?
Yeah, she adds a lot to this team, to Bradford team, and hopefully she'll be back on the pitch soon.
Tough defence there in the middle of that field. Benita Spur, last player up. Walsh passing down the right hand side. It's Foley, clever player, taking on the defence, getting forward as well. 40 metres away from the Bradford try line. The ball's been lost. But we've got a penalty here. The referee has given it against Bradford for just stealing possession. Do you think that was the right call? You're shaking your head there.
I think it was a bit of a tough call there. I think it was just a bit of a loose carry from Charlotte there.
She's got away with it. Won another set of 6 tackles here for her side. And Wigan will start this attack 30 metres away from the try line. Marsh to tap it 10 metres in from that touchline. Passes back. Here's Molyneux. She is total effort, isn't she, Molyneux? You can see why she's been picked in the England performance squad.
Yeah, definitely. She just runs with intent, and I think that's just half the battle sometimes.
There's Vanessa Temple as well, starred for Lancashire in the recent Origin series. 10 metres away from the try line, Wigan. Switching the ball down this left-hand side. Here's Walsh through hands to Greenfield. Greenfield running cross field. Linking. Oh, and it's ended spilled. And although it's touched down at the corner, that's not going to count.
You know, quite lucky there for Bradford, like you've seen Gemma Walsh and Becky Greenfield linking up very well there on that left-hand side. Just unlucky that I didn't pull off, but it's good for a Bradford point of view. You
get the feeling if Thompson had took that cleanly, they were in trouble, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But even so, there was plenty of players in motion. It would have made it a little bit difficult to go around the edge, wouldn't it? So I suppose that's one thing that we can say in favour of Bradford there.
Yeah, the slide were much better on that occasion there, so it was good pressure. I think that's why they maybe fumbled the ball.
Bulls to take possession 10 metres from their own line. Wrong end of the field as far as they're concerned, but they're on the right end of the scoreboard at the minute. 6 points to 4 in front. There's Leah Jones with the first carry, tackled by 2. Played to Dunn. And again, after breaking through earlier on, they're really watching Sarah Dunn like a hawk now, aren't they?
Yeah, I got surprised.
Ramsden picks up. 20 minutes of the game gone. There's Spur in at loose forward. Ball down the right-hand side. Good run once again by Liv Wood. Quick play the ball as well. Ramsden picks up. Gets past Walsh. Gets past another player. Eventually takes on the defence there. Eleanor Dainty crashing in with the challenge. 40 metres away from their own try line here at Bradford. Kick to come in to complete the set from Stacey Greenwood. It bounces, it bobbles, it's taken on that far side by Alison Burrows. Burrows, one of the top try scorers for Wigan. In fact, she is the top try scorer for Wigan this year. 8 tries this season in all competitions. She plays the ball quickly. Referee wants it to be taken again. I thought for a second he was giving a penalty there.
Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't let player carry on then.
Oh, little offload comes in. It's a bit of a crazy one. And that's one way of putting your side under pressure.
Yeah, great defence there by Debbie. Straight up in the faces, making them force that error. Has turned the ball over on near enough halfway for Bradford.
And sometimes that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about forcing errors. That was a forced error, really, wasn't it? With the speed and, again, the ferocity, really, of the tackle. Yeah,
definitely. It's just about getting up in the faces and either making them force a ball or in contact, making them fumble.
Greenfield, once again, is in on defensive duties. Dunn taking that first carry off the back of that scrum. It comes to the middle of the field. Here's Hardcastle. She's going to have to be watched like a hawk as well. Top try scorer in Women's Rugby League, like I mentioned before. A real strike weapon as far as Bradford are concerned. Out to the left-hand side. Ball back over the shoulder now for Paige Costello, who straightens things up. Some fierce defence coming in. Bradford doing well. Inside the 40-metre line. Shuffling the ball to the right-hand side. Boardman throws a dummy. Surges on. Started a rugby league journey back at the age of 6 for Shawcross. What was your story for starting rugby league?
My big brother started playing rugby, and obviously my mum took him there, and I just ended up joining in, and then never looked back since.
Was this Stanley all the way through?
No,
for Stanley?
this were at West Leeds.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 3-year-old when I started going training.
3 years old?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, this is the stories that we want out there, to be honest. Tap taken by Bradford. They're in a really good position. We might come back and discuss this at half time, by the way, Chloe. But we'll see how this attack works out. Here's Hardcastle. Big surge, big challenge coming in. Sybil tackling low down. The 2 metres out from the try line. Ramsden feeds the ball to the left-hand side. Here's Menina Spur cutting right back down that right-hand side. Big and strong towards the try line. Rolled over on her back, though. Got the full width of the pitch to attack here, though, Bradford, if they can work the numbers. Dummy taken in. Good carry as well by Jess Harrop, the debutant. She'll play this ball to Ramsden. Long ball. Greenwood keeps it moving. Oh, lovely sleight of hands. They've definitely got the numbers now. Dunn feeds it out wide. And it is a try at the corner for Bradford.
Haley, I think, has got that. Haley.
Lovely work down that side. Let's have another look at this. That pass made it here. Then Paige Costello all the way out. Oh, look at that for a finish. Emphatic at the corner.
Yeah, it's just great hands there. It's like Menina starting off the tackle there, setting off at a platform, and then just passing the ball down the line. Just quick hands, just creating that overlap, and then scoring in the corner there.
That was a lovely try. Over on that left-hand side. I said it was a real chance for Bradford to put the ball right across field, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, it's good to see the ball being moved from left to right and right to left, and they're doing it really well.
Currently 10 points to 4 in favour of Bradford. Really difficult conversion attempt from over on the touchline.
I've got confidence in Leah.
We know where Chloe's money is.
It's definitely not an easy kick, though.
Always amazes me when kickers can convert off a touchline.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill.
So Bradford currently 6 points clear. Can Leah Jones make it an 8-point advantage? In she steps. Gives it a great chance. Oh, just waved away.
She had the distance and the power. Just seems to be a bit off.
It's easy for us to say up here, though, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
So back to the halfway line with Wigan. Great response, that, for Bradford.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that forced error come from Debbie there, just set Bradford up in good stead.
So can the Warriors build their way back into this game? Well, they're not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. It is only 10 points to 4, but they'll have been disappointed to concede that try as it was. 25 minutes of the game now up. Foley raises her arm aloft, kicks long. It bounces, it bobbles. Taken in. Good run as well. Made a good 20, 25 metres there, did Liv Wood. She's certainly living up to the build-up that you mentioned. She said that we should look out for her.
Yeah, she's definitely an asset to the Bradford squad. She's always there, willing to take runs in, and she's good at making the yards.
Good run down this right-hand side by Jess Harrop. Ball played. Ramsden back in field. Wood once again, always an eager carrier of the ball. Up near the halfway line, they'll be happy with the momentum that they've gained in this set here, Bradford. Oh, that pass was a little tough really for Spur to take, and she ended up juggling with it before crashing her way forward. Now, ball being moved through the hands, out down this left-hand side again, Paige Costello. They wrapped up the move on that occasion. And it looks like we've got a turnover. Did they just lose count of the tackles there, Bradford, or do you think they spotted something?
I think they might have just lost count of the tackle there. Just realised it were on the 5th.
Wigan looking to come forward. It's Vicky Molyneux. Another great run from Molyneux.
Yeah.
She's so strong, isn't she?
Yeah. She's always willing. She's always looking for them gaps and willing to make them yards.
Now Burrows ducking her head low, taking on Liv Wood. I think Liv Wood got the better of that particular challenge on that occasion. However, she's won the penalty.
Yeah, she's held on for a bit too long.
I noticed that Claire Hall is out there now too, so she's gone in at hooker. She's got decent distribution as well, as Wakefield found to their cause just the other week. Speakman's wrapped up. Good defence by Bradford. Spurt, Wood and Ramsden doing the tackling on that occasion.
Yeah, getting numbers in there and just driving them back. It's a good shot by Laura Nicky there.
Another good challenge there on Eleanor Dainty. Dainty, 30 metres away from the try line. She'll play the ball to Hall, who passes left. Walsh, through hands. Good ball. Out to Thompson. Oh, it's forward.
Yeah, looked it.
Greenfield just having a slight disagreement. She'll battle for everything, won't she? She would have been saying that went forward. That went forward.
Yeah, I mean, Bradford have been in trouble if that were a little bit flat of that pass. A great line by Rachel Thompson there.
So 10 points to 4, Bradford lead. Hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon via Our League, also via Twitch as well. You can get in touch with us if you're on Twitter. Just put the hashtag Our League into your message, and I'll have a look and see what people are thinking of this game. What do you reckon? Tight as a drum so far. 10 points to 4 in favour of Bradford. Bradford in possession now. Paige Costello wrestled over on her back by Vanessa Temple. Ramsden picks up out of dummy half. Forward come Bradford again. Good run through the middle. Lauren Hickey still going. Those were hard fought metres.
Yeah, definitely. She's very good at running the ball, is Lauren Hickey.
And now Liv Wood. They've certainly softened the middle up with those runs, haven't they? Just to get forward. Some great yards made.
Yeah, loads. It's good to target that middle there, especially at this. Now there's a certain amount of minutes gone in the first half. Now starting to tire.
Now a couple of passes down the right hand side. Spurs all caught by Dainty. Ramsden in at dummy half. Long ball left. Kick comes in to complete the set from Boardman. It'll bounce. It'll bobble. Oh, and Dunn's there to pick it up. She's got support as well. A dummy comes in from Paige Costello. She feeds it out to Greenwood. Greenwood spilled it. Oh, no.
That's very unlucky there. I mean, it's good that Dunny there counter-attacked on that. She gambled just on the kick there and it pulled off. It's great support by Paige here and just couldn't settle the ball there.
It was so well contested, that by Dunny. It really deserved a better finish, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Although, having said that, like I say, 80 metres away from action in our position, it's easy for me to say.
Well, it's a good way to turn the ball away around this, and now we're going to have a fight to gain metres.
So Hall moves into dummy half, passes to her left-hand side, quickly moved on by Foley.
Great tackling.
Is that Greenfield again? She even popped up in the middle to take a drive through the middle there. Here's Molyneux, feeds it out wide. Bagley takes it forward, takes something of, well, it looks like a suspect hit, to be fair. She gets away with it. Ball comes in field. Foley keeps it moving again to Dainty. Big collision. I love that challenge coming in from Lauren Hickey.
Yeah, it's nice to see when she comes off the bench and makes that impact there in the middle.
Now Walsh, clever. Gets the ball away. Here's a good run from Sibbald. Sibbald in space. Sibbald taking the ball and throws a dummy. Oh, it's even beating our cameraman. Here we go. Forward they go again. 22 metres away from the try line. Good run by Sibbald. Walsh feeds it left. Here's Greenfield. Steps. Comes back to the right. Ducks back to the left. It's like a little wriggling eel in that challenge. Trying to get out and turning the ball over. But like you were saying with what Bradford did before, it's a really decent position to try and turn a ball over there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just going back to there, Gemma Walsh was running at the line and just creating that space, and they hit the line and made the breakthrough there. We're just unlucky not to get anything from that. But yeah, it's a great place to turn the ball away. In the last 2 or 3 minutes, we've seen some tremendous rugby league from both sides, haven't we? They're willing to chance their arm and attack. Yeah, it's a great showcase for the women's rugby, and it's just nice to watch. Still 10 points to 4. Sarah Dunn all wrapped up there. She's got her way through the defence twice. They don't want it happening a third time, but are they content to give away a penalty? In fact, no, our referee has just held up the clock because we've got an injury there for Molyneux. Wigan can't lose Molyneux. She's so important to everything that they do. Yeah, it'll be a shame if she has to come off. Double checking, seeing whether she's okay. Half an hour gone. Hope you're enjoying the coverage as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you. What do you think? Where do you think it's going? Really tight. Yeah, it's everything we thought this game were going to be. It's been tight on both sides, really good attack. So she looks like she's going to be okay to contest. She's tough as teak, is Vicky Molyneux. I saw her in the Origin game. She had about 4 players which came in, did a cracking, crunching tackle on her from a Yorkshire point of view. Vicky Molyneux stopped down for 2 minutes, bounced up, and within a minute was taking 2 or 3 balls in again. Yeah, that's what rugby's all about. Is you just get back up and just carry on playing. So we are just double checking. Our referee's just wanting to know everything's fine. Ball played. Good running coming in there. Is this Adara? No, this is Heather. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, Heather McDonald. Heather McDonald. Yeah. Good surge forward. Again, looks like a type of player who's really going to offer something, just like Hardcastle. But that's the way that you've got to challenge Hardcastle. Thompson really did crunch her in the end, but she ran about 20 metres before that happened. Yeah, it was good metres gain there. And again, have they just been caught offside there? Wigan a little bit too keen and eager around the dummy half position. Yeah, I think Gemma Walsh just wants standing square just behind the ruck there. Ramsden wanted to get on with things quickly, punting that ball forward, gaining 20 metres. Puts Bradford in real good field position, this. And it's Alexander Bailey passes the ball in field. Run comes in from McDonald. Oh, she's left a player crunched on the deck there. Yeah, that's what Ever's good at, just running it in, just making them defenders work, and just like she just hurt her shoulder in that collision there. That was a great run forward, by the way, power packed. Yeah, she's come back from injuries, Heather, so I think she's got a bit of a point to prove. How long's she been out for? I think she told me just before the game it's been 11 weeks now. Really? Yeah. I know, players at the best of times, they don't make the best spectators in the world, do they? She did it against York away. She just rolled her ankle. She's been trying to get fit to come back. Well, good to see her out there and making an impact. Yeah, definitely. It's good to see that we've got players come off the bench to make this impact down the middle. Okay, game back on. Here's Menina Spur taking the run. 5 metres away from the try line. You can see the post just in front of her there. Ball down the left-hand side. Greenwood turns it back in field. Hardcastle wrestling, trying to stretch everything to get a couple of extra metres. Ramsden will send it left. Over the top it comes. Oh, lovely ball out to that corner. Harrop, but tackled into touch on this occasion. Yeah, great defending there from Wigan. Burrows it was who just pushed out to make that hit. Good play from Bradford though, just testing them wingers.
And like you say, really good attacking play that by Bradford, and turning the ball over at this right area of the field once again.
Yeah, definitely. The pressure they're putting Wigan has been really good in this first half.
I always wonder what goes through your mind from an opposition point of view as well. If you're under this much pressure and you keep being pushed back to your own 20, how do you wrestle your way forward again?
Basically, you just keep your composure. You've still got your 6 tackles to get through, and as long as you can get to there and get a decent kick away, you take that pressure off yourself. But it's just keeping composure as you're running them balls in.
So this is what Wigan are trying to do: keep hold of the ball, navigate their way downfield. Foley passes to her right hand side, challenges piling from everywhere. Tackle is a good one. Hall passes to her left, Foley releases it. Good tackle in midfield by McDonald. Wigan just 40 metres away from their own line. Here's Walsh on the left. Ball in 2 arms. Ball out wide. Drifted forward. Well, she went for a miracle pass there, didn't she, really?
Yeah, you can see what they're trying to do. Try to pull something fancy, I think. Just when you're under that pressure, you just want to play a bit simple rugby.
Well, really, she was going against the advice that you was giving, wasn't she? Because you said about it. But this is what I mean. It can be so... If you spot space and you're thinking, I need to get the ball out there.
Yeah.
But Bradford back on the attack. Here's Andrade. Through hands. Leah Jones. Good footwork. Good defence by Burrows. Strong tackling. She'll slip the ball back, though. Ramsden gets it back somehow to Greenwood. Stacey Greenwood, good on her feet. Inside the 30-metre line she treks. She'll play this ball about 15 metres in from touch. On that left-hand side of the field, Ramsden brings it towards the centre of the field, drops it back over her shoulder for Hickey. Big surge from Hickey. Excellent run. Inside that 20-metre line again. Bradford on the charge, looking dangerous. And here's McDonald. So you think you've dealt with Hickey, and McDonald comes up with a drive. Very similar through the middle. The defence has to be strong, and indeed is good from Sibbald. Can Wigan maintain it? Here's Hardcastle. Throws it wide. Oh, and then it's spilled. And they've turned over possession. Alexander Bailey. I think it was Bailey who scored that second try for Bradford, wasn't it? She'd popped up on the left-hand side before.
No, I think it was Haley who scored.
Oh, was it?
They look very similar.
So it's going to be a scrum down, just turning the ball over. You can see players from both sides taking on the air. It's been played at a frantic pace, hasn't it? It's been good.
Yeah, it's been very fast, but I think that's what it needs to be.
Greenfield overwhelmed in that challenge again. She was brave as anything. Picked up by Burrows out of dummy half. Throws a dummy. Surges on, still going. Tackled low down there by Sarah Dunn. One of the 2 Bradford try scorers. Molyneux. Big handoff. Big run. She's made inroads. She's down that right-hand side. She's trying to do it all by herself, though. And tackled to ground by Leah Jones. Good run. The 30 metres away from the try line here, Wigan. Run forward out of dummy half. Jones doubles up on her efforts. 22 metres out now, Wigan. Is it building for the Warriors? Foley ships it left to Walsh, who keeps it moving. Good tackle. That is really good defence there.
Yeah, we're really good read by Savannah there.
And here's Walsh, dummy in left, coming right, chipping over the top. She's chasing after this one. Oh, it wouldn't sit up for her. And instead it's a counter-attack from Jones. That could have been dynamite play, that, couldn't it?
Yeah, she's just so unpredictable. You just don't know what she's going to do, and she was just unlucky there.
Ramsden picking up, taking a run herself. She had to be brave there. Straight into the chest there of Gregory Hazelden. Again, another run out of dummy half, this time coming in from Jess Harrop. These are hard-fought metres for Bradford at the moment. This Wigan defence really is moving up, and that was a big challenge coming in from Walsh. Didn't actually make the tackle in the end.
No.
But I think it just let her know that she was there.
Yeah, she'll have felt that one.
Here's Menina Spur. Good on her feet, trying to hand off Walsh. Comes up with a double effort. 40 metres away from the try line. Their own. And Hardcastle punts it downfield. Over the head of Greenfield it goes. It bounces and bobbles in front of her. Taken instead by Burrows, who attacks the ball. Good run back. I thought it was good play all round, to be honest, there, Chloe.
Yeah, we're good. Wigan put loads of pressure on Bradford there, while the kick were just sent downfield there. That bounce could have gone anywhere.
Hall over the halfway line to pick up from dummy half. Sends it to her right-hand side. Again, it's solid tackling on there on Jade Gregory Hazelden. Ball down the left. Big run from Watson. She was really prominent in the first 15 minutes. Now coming more to prominence again in these later stages of the first half. Foley looking for support. Chipping the ball wide. Molyneux keeps it moving. This is Temple on the edge of the 20-metre line. Tackled by Hickey. She's playing for the penalty there. Referee sees better of it, but Foley gets it. Comes back to the left-hand side. Kicks it across field. I think they call that improvisation, don't they? I don't think anybody had a clue what was going on, but it's come up here for Thompson. Thompson further wide to Megan Grace Holding. Has she got the strength? Well, she's not going to evade those three tacklers. Great defence in the end.
Yeah, great defence there by Leah and Bailey there. Amanina in there as well.
Wow, they had to get numbers there. At one stage, it did look like Megan Grace Holding was going to go in for her second try.
Yeah, just a bit scrappy there. Charlotte did well to get the kick away in the first place.
I think, like I said, though, there was nothing to script with that kick, was there? It was like, I've got it. I've realised I've got it on the last tackle. Oh, no, I should be getting a kick away.
Yeah, could have easily pulled off, but it was great defending there from Bradford.
Brave from both sides. Bradford 10 points to 4 up. And we're into time added on at the end of this half by our match official.
Wigan will be happy with that turnover there. Bradford have still got the 100 metres to go there.
I always think these players that take these type of carries are the ones that should be first name on the team sheet. Because they're always difficult, aren't they? If you're just 2 metres away from your own line. Yeah,
it's basically just keep the ball up your jumper and run, really.
Well, Hardcastle pinches about 5 metres after contact there, jumping up. Gets pushed back by the referee. Ramsden to her right-hand side. Good tackling. Andrade nowhere to go on that occasion. Ramsden, busy as ever, finds spur. The defence flies up at her. And she's stopped 25 metres away from her own line. Now Bradford giving the ball a little bit of air, taking it down the left-hand side. Here's Dunn again, throws a dummy. Takes on Burrows up to the 40. Good movement by Bradford. Ramsden passes in field. Greenwood keeps it moving. The defence piles in again. On this occasion it's Sibbald with the challenge. Ramsden gets a kick away. Bounces and bobbles downfield where it's fielded by Grace Holding. Up to her own 40 metre line. About 15 metres in from touch. That's where she'll play it to Thompson. Passes infield looking for Greenfield. She's not going to find much Greenfield with those white shirts in front of her though.
Yeah. Good line speed from Bradford.
And again, more solid defence. Hall moves into dummy half now for Wigan. Passes to the left-hand side. Thompson with a second carry in this set. Andrade and Hardcastle moved up very quickly. It's been prominent from both sides, that, as the line speed. And Watson. Good run again. Big drive through the middle. Eventually wrapped up. She still managed to make a couple of metres forward.
Yeah, that bit. It's really good for Wigan, that.
To that 20 metre line they go. Last tackle signalled. Foley puts the ball up high. Oh, look at the hang time on that. Oh, it's been spilled. Chance again for Wigan. Is there enough time? Referee checks his watch. Does look like we're going to have another scrum. Time for the scrum anyway. So is this the final opportunity of the first half for Wigan to hit back? They trail by 10 points to 4. It's been a very good half, this. Good from both sides. Bradford have controlled the most of it. Referee wasn't happy with the way that scrum eventuated. Wants it all to happen again. Picked up by Molyneux, who this time scuttles off down the right-hand side, takes on the defence. Forceful challenge comes in. 5 metres away from the try line. Hickey's appealing that she's not done too much interference there as the ball sent down the right-hand side. Greenfield did well to step back to the left. If she carried on going right, it would have been a penalty the other way, but I don't think she gathered on running into MacDonald there.
That's one person you don't want to run straight at. She's felt that as well.
She has felt it. 10 metres away from the try line. She gets up and plays the ball though. Short running from Sibbald, straight into Hickey. What a hit! Brilliant defence. And with that is the final action of the first half. So fantastic half of rugby. We've seen 3 tries in total. It's 10 points to 4 in favour of Bradford Bulls against Wigan Warriors. What we'll do is we'll stop the stream just for a moment whilst we address 1 or 2 technical issues and come straight back to you as soon as we can. Welcome back to second half coverage here from the Providence Stadium, Bradford. It's the Women's Super League. It's Bradford Bulls taking on the Wigan Warriors, and we took a little bit longer to sort out our gremlins, but we're back. I'm delighted to be in the company of Chloe Wainwright-Morley, and we've just seen Bradford go half the length of the field to score the first try of the second half through Amy Hardcastle. Great start.
Yeah, that's definitely what they needed. Just get back out there and just put that pressure straight back on Wigan.
Leah Jones added the goal, so it's 16 points to 4 in favour of Bradford. We were back in possession. Paige Costello all wrapped up there. 3 defenders. They've done this really well with the line speed of Wigan in this game, but I think they've piled in that strong that one of their own has been injured.
Yeah, that was a great shot there by Vicky, straight up there on Paige.
What I did like though was Paige was straight up as well.
Yeah.
That's not affecting me. You'll have to come up with tougher than that.
I know. Paige is quite strong in that sense. She'll just bounce straight back up.
What do you think would have been said at half-time for both coaches?
Well, for Bradford's point of view, I think Kirsty and Beth would have been happy with that. Just clean up with any unforced errors from our side and just get to them kicks and completely sets or turn them over in a decent area. For Wigan, I think that they've had some good spells in the first half, and I think they'll be just trying to focus on let's focus on them areas of the game and just be more consistent.
So it looks like there's a change that's going to have to be made already, an enforced change for Wigan with Claire Hall going off on the field. But I suppose when you've got someone like Caris Marsh, who's also played at St Helens, it's like for like, isn't it?
Yeah, Caris is very smart at the number 9 role, and I'm sure she'll take charge there.
Here's Busy Ramsden. Shuffles it to the right-hand side. Here's Wood. Good surge from Wood. Over the halfway line she goes. Quick play the ball too. Ramsden skirts off down the right-hand side. Links with Spur. Spur wrapped up. Thought she was thinking of slipping the ball there. Decided to stick hold. Probably the right decision in the end. Ball back to Boardman. Out with Greenwood. Greenwood lofts a kick downfield. Underneath that one is Burrows. Burrows to surge back at the defence. Managed to put half a step there, and Amy Boardman gets it about 35 metres out from the try line. Here's Molyneux. Rolled over on her back. 16 points to 4 is the score here in favour of Bradford. Wigan in possession. Here's Watson. She's been very industrious in this game as Watson. Another good carry. Eventually wrestled to the floor. Almost 40 metres away from the try line. Marsh sends it left. Here's Greenfield chipping forward. She's won the race. She's kicked on again. She's chasing after it, but Andrade gets between everybody and sends the ball dead. Tell you what, she showed some great pace there, Andrade.
Yeah, she did. Very clever from Becky there just to get the kick away, and good reaction by Sav to chase that back and deal with it.
It was something a bit different as well, wasn't it, on the attack? I know we've seen quite a lot of variation from both teams.
Yeah, I think no one expected that from Becky. She normally just runs it in and makes some meters, but it's good to have a change of play now and then just to keep everyone on the toes.
So Stacey Greenwood drops out from under her own posts. It bounces, it bobbles, and it bounces up in favour there of the 26, Natalie Watson. This time feeling the full force of a 3-person challenge. 22 metres out from the line. Marsh picks up, sends it to the right-hand side. Here's Molyneux. Strong running. 12 metres away from the try line. Wigan in great field position. Marsh has called for it. And the ball being sent between half-backs out to Greenfield. Greenfield checks a run, comes back through the middle. Ramsden is there to slow the movement down. Liv Wood also involved in the tackle too. 5 metres away from the try line. Marsh sends it right. Foley through hands. Here's Temple. Temple back at the line. Back for the posts. Wrestled down, pushed back. Marsh picks up out of dummy half. Oh, it's a simple score underneath the posts. They couldn't keep up the defensive pressure. They were put under a load of pressure there. But this is just real quick thinking from Marsh. She took a quick sneaky look, spotted that Leah Jones had tucked off to the right of that scrum, but for the play of the ball, and crashed in. Yeah,
very clever there, Carrie. She saw that Liv Wood had her back turned and didn't make it back online and just she basically just saw the gap and went for it.
So that puts Wigan right back in the game. 16 points to 8 with the kick to come. It's directly underneath the posts as well. You'd expect Foley to put this one over.
I tell you what, these are the hardest kicks to get because everyone expects you to get them.
I've said this before. I have said this before because you are expected to get them, and I think that we saw one in the men's Super League, didn't we, the other week? I think it was a Leeds player had one right in front,
Leeds,
right in front of the posts, and then scuffed it.
Well, they are the hardest kicks to get, I think, these ones.
So Foley takes a look. We never should have doubted her. 16 points to 10 is the score.
Makes it look easy.
7 minutes of the second half gone. So already this half has opened up, and again we've seen more points score, Chloe.
Yeah, I think it's just an opener of what's going to be happening for the rest of this second half, and it's just going to be down to who can deal with the composure and who completes the more sets.
Let's see where this ball is sent from Leah Jones. 2 goals to her name already today. Really good contact. From one full back to another. Greenfield underneath it. And now running the ball back, I think that's Gregory Hazelden. She'll play it quickly. Tricky run forward. Greenwood was quickly in with the defence. A fierce challenge.
Yeah, she's wrapping up top there. She's stopping from getting ball away.
Now Temple goes again. She's finding a bit of space, isn't she? Just to the side of that play the ball area is Temple. She's made ground on the last couple of goals that she's had. Now Molyneux through hands. Watson slips the ball at the back to Molyneux again. Molyneux throwing a dummy. Pops the ball over the top. That's surely forward. Oh, and it's spotted.
Full playing American football there.
It's a good chance for the running back there, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Molyneux doing really well down that left-hand side. She's certainly been amongst the pick of the Wigan players for me.
Yeah, she's dominated in attack there, and she's making sure that Wigan are getting them yards, and then they can set off players from, like Gemma Walsh can then play off her then.
So Ramsden takes at the base of the scrum. It's in the arms of Dunn now, all wrapped up by 2. Greenfield and Burrows doing the tackling now. It's Temple actually. Infield it comes. Good challenge. One-on-one tackle as well. Always difficult to effect those type of tackles. Here's Wood rolling forward yet again. Wrestling to try and get to her feet. Ramsden up her left. Boardman gets rid of it quickly. Greenwood keeps it moving. That's done on that short, sharp line again.
Yeah, it's a line that were effective in the first half.
Molyneux was in front of her. Ball back now with Hardcastle. Sends this kick long. Oh, what a kick. Has Greenfield under a lot of pressure. He forces it backwards, then picks up, then tries to counter-attack.
Yeah, great kick by Amy there.
Grace Holding picks up out of dummy half. Now big handoff came in there, but tell you what, she stuck hold well.
Yes, I won't let go.
That was a really, really good challenge. Continue to attack down the left-hand side to Wigan. This time it's Hardcastle who really gets involved in that challenge, along with Wood on Sibbald. Marsh picks up out of dummy half, passes for the middle. Walsh drops it back over his shoulder. Molyneux is there again with a big challenge. They're definitely targeting Hardcastle there. That's about the second or third time in this set they've ran down her side. And the penalty's been won as well. Menina Spur just holding on a little bit too long for our referee's liking. Puts Wigan on the front foot again. And they dab the ball into touch, 30 metres away from the try line. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. 16 points to 10. We're live via Twitch and also via Our League. If you haven't signed up for Our League yet, do so. It's available for Android via Play Store and via Apple on iStore. As Molyneux brings it through the middle. Good run. Legs pumping strongly. 12 metres away from the try line. Marsh picks up, sends it right. It's a scrappy pass. Dunn hacks it forward. Marsh misses it. It's picked up there by Temple, but referee will bring it back for where the original mistake came in. And it's Bradford ball. We needn't have worried.
No, there were great pressure by Dunny there just to make him force the error. She come out of the line and she got in the faces.
So 16 points to 10. Let us know where you're watching from. I always like to find out where our viewers are coming from, you know. And if you've used the hashtag Our League on Twitter, then I'll try and have a read through some of your messages as well as we go on in this game. But we've got this scrum 10 metres away from the line, 10 metres away from the Bradford line. And Bradford taking possession. Menina Spur picks up from the back of that scrum straight into the chest there of Greenfield.
She's done well as Menina there. She's playing in the loose forward role today, and I think she's very good in attacking.
Fierce challenge comes in there from Thompson. Was the 2-on-1 initially? It was definitely 1-on-1 by the time the ball was ripped out. But how long do you wait in a challenge? We've got this stoppage anyway. We've got an injury.
Yeah, I think he just checked with a touch judge there. I think that were very unlucky for Bradford there. I think they were too in tackle and that ball became loose.
Hardcastle gone asking the question as well. I think it was a quick explanation as well, judging from how she just went straight back to her line.
Yeah, you don't want to argue with the referee.
Sibbald being patched up. She's coming for her fair share of punishment in this game as well, hasn't she, Sibbald?
Yeah, she took a few knocks, but we've got the thumbs up there. I think she'll be alright.
Couple of good runs as well. So Wigan 12 metres away from the try line. And as we know already, the safety of players is paramount, isn't it? So this is why we have these stoppages, and while we've got the medical staff that go on and check out everything that's possible.
Yeah, it's great to have the physios and that on board and to make sure that everyone's all right to continue.
Sybil's got a real fetching addition. I noticed that they've give her some cotton wool or something to stick up her nose for now to keep it in place. 10 metres away from the try line, Wigan. Is it building for them in this set? Well, not with knock-ons like that, it won't be.
Yeah, that's great by Menina there. Making them force the error. Just putting that pressure on.
Just wrestled away, didn't she?
Yeah, it's all about the wrestle and the contact in the collision, and it looked like Menina won that.
So it's just gone a little bit scrappy as this game. It started off really, really well in this second half, but to be fair, it's the first time that we can say the game's gone scrappy, isn't it? Because it's been very good up until this point.
Yeah, I think both teams have just lost a bit of control. It's just trying to regain that now and just settle into it.
It's sometimes easily done that after half time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of momentum in going in the first half, and I think it's just trying to pick up from where you left, and sometimes that can be forced, and that's when you see the errors.
So here's Bradford coming forward. Solid surge. Ramsden once again in at dummy half. Wood's called for it again here. How many carries is this? Must have done about 20 in this game.
Yeah, that's that's the good thing about Liv. She's always willing to take any drives in, and don't matter if it's 2 or 3 in the same set, she'll always be there, and the runs will be so effective.
So Bradford, 35 metres away from their own line, shipping the ball left. Lovely step from Greenwood. Look for support, only found Molyneux to clout her to the floor. Ramsden, long ball right. Boardman gets a chip away. Interesting little variation in the kicking game, taking on that far side.
I think them 5th and last kicks need to go a bit deeper and turn them over closer to their line.
Yeah, because Wigan are right back in the Bradford half again after one tackle. Oh, and they'll be a bit further down the ground now because they're offside.
Just keeping that discipline now.
I'm happy to report that we are being watched by Stato Sai via Twitter, and he had a couple of things to say about my commentary and trying to get players' names right last time. I think he's saying I'm doing a better job this time round, so that's all good. Forward come Wigan, 15 metres away from the try line. Marsh picks up, sends it left. Foley through hands. Lovely hands from Walsh as well. Sibbald pops up in support down that side. Marsh scoops round. They've got an overlap here if they use it. They don't need it. Gemma Walsh has done it all herself.
Yeah, it's the best thing about Gemma Walsh there. No one knows what she's going to do. They don't know if she's going to pass it or she's going to go herself. And it's just a great example there. She draws the players in. They think it's going to go out wide and she hits that gap.
Oh, crucially there was one or two Bradford players just with the backs against to play the ball. And then as it came in, Walsh just decided I'm having this one myself.
Yeah, just open the game up now.
Great work there from Gemma Walsh. Been such a key player for the 2 years that Wigan have been involved in the Super League.
Yeah, it's just that experience she's got and she's guiding all the other players.
As Chloe says, a vastly experienced player with a long history of rugby league behind her. Foley with the kicking tee. I'm not as confident with this one, by the way, Chloe.
I'm sure she'll give it her best. Won't put no pressure on her.
So 57 minutes of the game gone. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We're enjoying bringing it to you this afternoon. Foley steps in, gives it chances. Oh, it's just waved away. She was close with that one.
Yeah, really close. She's unlucky with that.
So 16 points to Bradford, 14 to Wigan. Are the Warriors coming back? Where's your nerves, Chloe?
I've got faith in Bradford. It's just as long as they just keep completing the sets and just tidy up some of these plays.
So you can come again, Chloe. She's nerveless. This is her first time on commentary, folks. Doing a super job. 16 points to 14 in favour of Bradford, who are going to kick this ball back off to Wigan. We have got a stoppage as a player down. Almost looks like she's having a change of footwear. Maybe she had the mouldeds in before and she's gone for the studs this time, or vice versa. I can't remember which.
Yeah, the ground looks a bit hard out there, so it might be changing into softer boots.
But we're just a couple of seconds away from getting going again, and that's a huge kick downfield. Again, liking where she's putting that ball. Charge back. Big tackle as well. Eventually, they get the better of the Wigan player there. Number 14, Holly Speakman. That's a brave carry too.
Great tackle by Grace Ramsden there.
She's put herself about as well, hasn't she, Grace?
Yeah, she's always strong at middle in defence.
And again, Wigan cutting forward, making 5 or 10 metres down that right-hand side. Molyneux's there. Lovely hands. Out to Burrows, who just checks her run, comes back in field. Knew that she couldn't beat Sarah Dunn there. 30 metres away from the try line, 5 metres in from touch. Ball sent through hands into the middle of the field. There's Speakman, big collision there with Hardcastle, who eventually wrestles her down to ground. 22 metres out from the line. Last tackle signalled here. Ball left. Foley through hands to Walsh. Walsh over the top. The space there for Bagley, but they've covered it well there, Bradford. Ball's been slipped out though. Greenfield out wide. Thompson kicks forward. Oh, and then it's spilled. Play on. That's been ripped out as well. Oh, if you're a referee, make that decision.
very scrappy there. I don't know the decision he's going to make there. Another set of 6 for Wigan there.
It's gone in favour of Wigan. Another real chance for the Warriors to try and get in front for what would be the first time in this game. Midway through the second half. Walsh with the put in at the scrum. In fact, we've reached the hour mark. I was quite good when I said midway through the second half there. Anybody think I've watched a couple of games? Here's Greenfield, lovely step. Handoff comes in, doesn't evade Leah Jones, however. Marsh sends it right, Temple. Checks a run, comes back to the middle. Only as far there as Debbie Smith. Marsh, couple of long passes, out with Walsh. Lovely ball. Oh, and then they keep it moving. Is that the chance? Oh, it's a knock on. It's been disallowed. I just thought it bobbled in front of Bagley there.
Yeah, that was great. Defending by Liv Wood there, just putting that pressure on as she put the ball down, making a force a knock on.
Yeah, it was brilliant tackle from Wood.
Yeah, I mean, they were open there on the left side, so it's good reaction from Liv there to close it down.
I've got to say as well that, you know, as a former front rower myself, although I didn't last very long playing rugby at all, it's nice to give a mention to some of these players in the middle who really get the accolades they deserve.
Yeah, definitely. They take the most of the runs and the hits and play a massive part in the game.
Certainly in Wood's case, she's like Miss Perpetual Motion.
Yeah, she's unstoppable.
So Bradford looking to bring this ball away, 20 metres away from their own line, Ramsden. Trying to just trick the defence. Didn't take too much heat off Paige Costello though. 25 metres away from her own line here, Bradford. Greenwood. Short ball for McDonald. That's the way that you've got to bring McDonald down. A legs tackle by Sibbald. Bagley up top. Wigan putting pressure on with the defence in this set, but Greenwood spotted something. Half a break from her. Just maybe like that one little bit of support that would have seen the break turn into a full one. Is it coming now though? Hardcastle goes along with the kick. Difficult one to take for Burrows. She pushed it back towards her own line in the eyes of the referee. She's allowed to run forward, wrapped up by 3 tacklers over her own 40 metre line. Greenfield picks up out of dummy half. Rattled to the floor again by Ramsden. This time Wigan over the halfway line. Ball sent right. Foley. Dummies. Dummies again. Off on her own run here. Trying to write her own script there is Foley.
Yeah, done a shot out the line and she did the show and go at the line and hit that gap.
Marsh hands in field to Molyneux, who drops it back over her shoulder. That's Speakman. It is Speakman crashing forward, winning the penalty. You just get the feeling momentum's changed a little bit this last 5 or 10 minutes in favour of Wigan.
Yeah, well, you can see it. They're getting the roll on and they're getting the repeat sets. So they're just going to... All Bradford are doing a moment of defending, so if we can keep that pressure on, I'm sure something will pop up.
Bradford doing everything they can to stop Wigan going forward at the minute.
Yeah, they've been quite strong in defence despite the pressure that Wigan are putting on.
Let's see what happens over the next minute or so. Plenty of water being taken on, although there's not too much sun about, it's still quite a stuffy day, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the worst weather to play in, I think. Even though the sun's not out, it's quite humid, quite sticky.
And I suppose difficult as well at times to control the ball because sweat and everything gets on that ball as well.
Yeah, it's just being clever and choosing the right times, whether to force the pass or not.
It's Marsh looking for the opportunity to play, which she does now. Molyneux inevitably puts her hand up to carry it in, takes on Dunn. Done an awful lot of defensive work down this left-hand side has done. Marsh picks up out of dummy half, passes left. Keep it moving. Here's Sibbald. Good drive for the line. The ball was available just for a second. Marsh at dummy half again, already gone once. This time goes to the right-hand side with Temple, and Temple's got over the line. And it's been a case of trying to stop the inevitable, hasn't it, for the last 5 minutes for Bradford?
Yeah, it's, like I said before, with all that, with the pressure that they've added on, it were only a matter of time before it happened. It's hard to defend set after set after set.
Good movement down that right-hand side, though, and Temple just getting the gap and forcing her way through it. Good try.
I think she's down injured there.
Fourth try of the season, that, for Temple. Hope she's okay to continue. She's another one of these players that I always like watching. There's certain players that I've seen so far in the Women's Super League who you think, you know, that they're just really good to watch. So I'm not always talking about maybe the glamour players like your Georgia Roach, who's current Woman of Steel, or Kelsey Gentles, who's scoring lots of tries on the wing. It's these forwards and the work that they do. Yeah,
I think sometimes credit's taken off the forwards, but they're the ones that make yards and that distract defence, like running the lines. So yeah, big credit to the forwards that play.
There's an old saying, isn't there, in rugby, that forwards decide that you win a game, backs decide by how much.
Yeah, I mean, your forwards now have got to make that decision whether to change the defender's mind by running them short leads or running around out the back, and they play a massive part.
And Temple's one of those players as well that mixes it up as Foley strikes the extras. Good kick there, and Wigan are in front by 16 points to 20. 66 minutes of the game gone. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We're enjoying bringing it to you. Where's your thoughts at this stage of the second half, Chloe?
It's a bit tough, isn't it? I think if Bradford just keep the composure and just stick to the game plan, I think they'll pull it off.
Let's have a see. They need the ball back first of all, don't they? As another interesting restart comes. It goes out towards the touchline. Has to be fielded. Did well there. And I think that might be Leah Derbyshire. She's the debutant that Chris Ratcliffe was telling me all about before the start of the game.
Yeah, she did well to react to that ball there that Leah put along the floor, and she's won the penalty.
She's another player with an interesting background. Previously been playing a bit of schools rugby. And winning the penalty. Chris said that she never knows when she's beaten, which is usually a good sign for a rugby player, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, kick dabbed into touch. Another set of 6 coming up here for Wigan. Molyneux taking it through the middle. Getting towards halfway. They're edging the way forward here, Wigan. Big collision with Hardcastle. Transitioning into the back row in this season. Walsh, clever play, drops it back over her shoulder for Thompson. Forceful run from Thompson. Grace Ramsden did really well in defence though through that middle. Ball down this right hand side again. Foley lined it up, almost intercepted by Dunn, sorry. Knock on called. And again, maybe a little bit unfortunate. I thought it was quite a good read by Dunn, to be fair.
Yeah, she's really good at that, reading the ball and watching out. She's unlucky just to keep hold of it. But maybe it's something that we need to do, just to slow the ball down.
Gives yet another set of possession to Wigan. I'm almost forgetting the last time I commentated with Bradford actually having the ball in the hands.
Yeah, that's what they've come out and done at Wigan so far. So what they've been told at half time has worked.
Molyneux down the right hand side. Another destructive run. Takes a couple of players out of the defensive line. Now Temple drops the ball back to Marsh, who puts it right to Molyneux, who keeps it moving. This time Derbyshire spills it. Dunn's there to collect. No open passer in front of her on that occasion. Molyneux shut it down quickly.
Yeah, Molyneux had to then done it to being off if she'd had any open field.
Jess Harrop with a tough carry forward. Bradford just on the edge of their own 20 metre line, but they have crucially got their hands on the ball. That's a good run, a relieving run by Lauren Hickey. Good 12 metres gain there by Hickey. Ball to the right hand side. Paige Costello, good tackle. I thought that the tackle had been completed.
Yeah.
I know Costello would disagree with me there.
Yeah, ball carrying arm, touch the floor. Good idea, try to get the offload out there, have a really good spot.
To be fair, there wasn't much in it, but I think it was completed, and that's the right call from our match official, who's had a good game. Boardman puts it right, Hardman keeps it moving. This is now Leah Jones, trying to skirt around the edge. Oh, that's a panic pass. It's been spilled as well. Bradford, their own worst enemies.
Yeah, they are, yeah. It's another unforced error there. Just need to complete and get that composure back that they had in the first half.
It seems to have deserted them. It's almost like there's almost a bit of a crisis of confidence going on at the moment.
Yeah, I just think they just need to regroup and just get together and then just focus on what needs to be done for the second half.
I mean, the good thing with that is that for half the set, they were really good bringing the ball back, and you thought, oh, they're going to get on the front foot again here. And then they just didn't complete it, did they? They got a bit excited again, spotted a bit of space, and thought, we'll go in for this.
Yeah, I think they just they get a bit panicky and they force the ball when they just really need to complete.
Just nearly had a bit of a wind in the willows moment. Got blown off my chair where I'm commentating from. Doors burst open behind me. And sorry if I've missed a little bit of possession there, which Bradford have been able to skirt up.
Yeah, good turnover by Bradford there. I think that's what they need.
Let's see if they can get downfield. Here's McDonald. Big carry. 3 players into the challenge. She's still wrestling, trying to get forward. Unsuccessfully on that occasion. Bagley had her watched up top. Now, Hardcastle already got away once in this second half.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get down as Amy.
And this time, Amy will have to yield. She's still not trying. She's complaining bitterly to the match official.
Yeah, she won't go anywhere. I think that should have been called out a lot sooner than it was.
Boardman tries to cut back into the chest of Bagley. She's perhaps looking for a little bit of support. Ramsden is there now. Kicks forward from dummy half. Bounces, it bobbles, it trickles. Burrows.
It's a great kick there from Grace.
Burrows was not wanting to really get too involved if she could help it.
It's just a really nice place to turn Wigan over there, so they'll have a scrum on the 10-metre line.
And it seems for the first time as well, Bradford are in a decent field position. They could actually attack with the defence here, couldn't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's all about that line speed now and just trying to force that error.
So the scrum is going to be fed by Foley. Comes out to Molyneux. Takes on the defence. Wrapped up by 2 in the centre of the field. Still inside their own 20-metre line here, Wigan. Greenfield tries to step the defence, but they're not buying it. Crucially, though, Leah Jones has moved up and she's in that front line and gives away the penalty.
Yeah, I think that were a bit harsh there.
So 20 points to 16 in favour of Wigan. They can afford to slow it down a little bit, can't they?
Yeah, this will be doing them a favour. They're in control of this game at the moment.
I think hence why they just thought, you know what, we'll just take a tap here, even though we're still not really that far downfield. Runs like that will certainly help, though. Foley picks up. Ball sent left. Here's Greenfield once again. Big handoff comes in. Andrade's going nowhere, though. Neither is Alex Bailey. Good challenge over the top there. Wigan, though, almost relentless. Thompson with a good carry. Ramsden's picked up a knock, but goes back into the defensive line as Foley tries to check it out. Does the full 360. Look for a bit of support. No one was there. 40 metres away from the try line. Ball on the right-hand side. Molyneux gets the kick away. It's a hefty one, a long one. It bounces, it bobbles. It's a great kick, to be honest. And here's Leah Jones on the counter-attack. Beats the first defender. And then he's put down by a big tackle by Thompson. Bradford at the wrong end of the field, trailing by 4. Here's Andrade. Can be dynamic out of dummy half. Saw her score a superb try for Yorkshire in the Origin game a few weeks ago. And what more, she's gone right in there to Walsh, who's feeling the after effects of that. To be fair to Walsh, though, she's jumped straight back up again, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's stuck a knee there. I think she might have just damaged the knee in one of them collisions there.
Hope you're enjoying this game as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you. Just over 5 minutes remaining on our watches. Oh, a crossfield run. Molyneux picks her off. Ramsden picks up out of dummy half, passes to her right inside to McDonald. Another good surge forward. Where's this ball going? It's going left. Greenwood. Short ball for Dunn.
It's like they're almost expecting that short lead there for Dunny.
They've maybe done it once too often, haven't they, that?
Yeah, maybe they should, like, instead of hitting the short lead, just try and hit it out back and get some width.
Hardcastle gets a long kick downfield. Burrows is underneath it. She'll return this ball with a little bit of interest. Back towards halfway. Ball played quickly. Here's Derbyshire again. Strong carry. Eventually wrestled down, rolled on her back. They'll be happy with the outcome of that, will Bradford. Foley finds Molyneux, who's been so industrious this afternoon.
Yeah, she's definitely stood out for Wigan today.
Seeing as we're sort of at that stage where we're sort of 4 or 5 minutes from the end, well, I'll come to you this in a minute as the ball's out wide. Great defence by Bradford. Yeah, so seeing as we've now got this stoppage, with your knowledge of quite how rugby league works, who have been the players that have stood out for you and who would be the contenders for player of the match?
Definitely Vicky Molyneux for Wigan. She's been everywhere on the park today, in defence and attack. She's making them yards and definitely making it easy for Wigan to go forward. I think Gemma Walsh and Becky Greenfield have linked up really well as well when they were shipping it out wide. For Bradford, Liv Wood, excellent again, as she is every week. She stood up quite a bit. Heather's made a massive impact when she's come off the bench. I think Menina's done well at the 13 role.
Oh, Bradford being matched all the way back behind their own try line.
It's great defending that.
They just got the bit between the teeth then, Wigan, didn't they?
Yeah. Should have had a bit more spot there from Bradford to try and stop her from being driven back.
Yeah, unfortunately she was isolated, wasn't she,
Yeah.
in the back play. Ended up with nobody behind her to try and help her out or even lay a hand on to try and stop momentum.
Yeah.
It's going to be a drop out from underneath the posts. Long drop out by Greenwood. Oh, is that a mistake from Greenfield? It is. Well, certainly that's gone in Bradford's favour.
Yeah, she needed a bit of urgency now to pack this scrum down.
Into these last 5 minutes. I'll come to you for your overall view of player of the match, but probably in the next 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. We'll see how this eventuates and whether Bradford can break from this position, 30 metres away from their own try line. The right in centre field. Ball with Greenwood. Now she ships it on to Dunn. Look at the players involved in that one. She still managed to get up though. Ramsden darts out of dummy half. Gains 15 metres. Always a hard fought. 3 players hanging off her. Dunn has Hickey for company. Big drive from Lauren Hickey. Still going. Has the full support of the Bradford crowd as well. Over on that far side, who have kept up the vocal support all through this game. MacDonald gets away from Caris Marsh. Can't escape the clutches of 3 more players who close in to complete the tackle. Ramsden moves it right. Oh, it's been spilled by Greenwood, who then hacks the ball away in disgust.
Yeah, unlucky. They're a really good set from Bradford. Just another unforced error there.
There was a lot of direct stuff, wasn't there, in that set, which was good at getting them downfield.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, so you had your forwards getting there, hitting behind the ruck, behind the play the ball, and just sucking the defenders in so that Stacey or Amy could then attack out wide.
Didn't work out on that occasion, but there is perhaps another chance. Down by 4 at the moment, Bradford. Wigan up by 4. It's been one of those seesaw encounters. Been a really, really good game to cover as part of our hourly coverage. Molyneux feeds the scrum. Ball out the back. Here's Greenfield taking on players bigger than her, which is basically everybody on a rugby league field. Overwhelmed by that challenge from Hickey. Down the right hand side with Molyneux. Up to that 40-metre line. 20 metres in from touch. Speakman with the drive. Direct at Hickey, who's now doing everything in her power to try and win this ball back.
Yeah, she'll keep going till the end, will Lauren Hickey.
Another solid run through the middle by Sibbald. Marsh skirts to the right, links with Speakman. 80 minutes up on our watches. Last tackle signal here. Wigan 30 metres from the line. Surely this is just work to a touchline. Dab it through, which they do. It's an interesting kick. Oh, it's been spilled right into the path there of Foley.
Oh,
but a penalty will go to Bradford. One last hurrah here, perhaps, Chloe.
Hopefully, yeah. It's going to need something special here.
To be honest, this is a game that deserves to be decided by something special, or even a draw when all's said and done. Both sides have cancelled each other out pretty well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's definitely what we said it we're going to be before the game. It's been a close fought match, and it's been entertaining to watch.
Tap taken. Hickey crashes forward. 85 metres away from the try line at the other end of the field. Ramsden passes right. They look to Hardcastle. She tries to provide the inspiration as she knocked on there. She's got away with a little fumble, I feel there. We play on. Here's Liv Wood slipping the ball out to Andrade. Savannah Andrade plays it inside her own 30-metre line. Ramsden passes left. Boardman keeps it moving. Greenwood, wide ball. Chance here, a running chance for Leah Jones. Leah Jones down the edge. Oh, she steps inside. Greenfield brings her down. Great tackle.
Yes, I had Dunny with support there.
And Dunny's there. 15 metres away from the posts. Dunn goes it alone. Gets inside the 10. Is this the last tackle? I think it may be the last tackle of this set. Ramsden sends it left. Greenwood running across field. Runs behind everybody. Goes on the outside. She's tackled into touch by Burrows.
Great defensive effort there from Wigan.
Oh, she just tried to do too much. She spotted plenty of space though, didn't she? So
yeah.
Fair enough. She's had a go at it.
Yeah, that's all you can do if you spot a gap. I mean, at this time of the game, you need to try and pull something off.
So into stoppage time at the end of this game. Chloe, who would be your player of the match? We heard your selections before.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to go Vicky Molyneux. She's been outstanding today for Wigan. She's willing herself up to go for balls and just in defence. She's been excellent. So
our player of the match on behalf of our league is Vicky Molyneux of the Wigan Warriors. There's Dainty from the back of the scrum. Big challenge on her. Yeah, she's done well just to hold on to the ball there.
Yeah, you see Adara in that challenge there. I think she's been brought off the bench. She's making an impact in that challenge.
Speakman. Big charge. Ball passed down the right hand side by Hall. Good surge. There's Molyneux, our player of the match. Plays that ball to Claire Hall. Wigan just negotiating their way downfield. Pretty simple play. Sibbald all wrapped up. Bradford need the ball back. Bowden with the tackle. Hall. Long ball right. Kick comes in from Foley. It's a long one downfield. Oh, she's looking for a gap there. It's Jess Harrop. I think she struggled to gain momentum there. She seemed to be struggling with that knee, which is heavily wrapped up, as you can see.
Yeah, she was struggling to set off there from the return.
Tell you what, it's not going to be for want of trying if Bradford don't get anything from this game, as Leah Jones with another good run down the left-hand side. Ramsden, infield. Greenwood. Oh, takes the line on herself. She's broken the line. Footwork, speed. She's trying to go round the defence. Derbyshire chases back. Greenfield is there too. Ramsden at dummy half. She'll run. There's a retreating defence in front of her. She's 2 metres out from the try line. Molyneux comes in to lend her weight to the challenge. Dunn awaits dummy half duties. She'll pop this ball in field. And it's McDonald with the surge. Just about being held up there. Last tackle signalled. Ramsden, scrappy ball. Finds its way though to Telemac. Telemac is all tackled.
I think all players are feeling it now.
There's players down all over the shop. I'm not surprised. It's been a smashing encounter.
Yeah, it's been a really fast game as well. Both teams have had to work hard for this.
5 minutes into time added on at the end of the game. But our match official, there has been quite a few stoppages this second half. What a game we have seen this afternoon via our league and on Twitch as well. And we've got more games to come via your Our League service. Next Friday night it's Challenge Shield final from Castleford. As the Army take on York City Knights. Dainty all wrapped up. Then Sunday we've got a great afternoon planned for you. It's AB Sundex 1895 Cup action. It's the semi-final stage of that cup. 2 games back to back. Sheffield against Batley and then Lee against Widnes. Derbyshire will play this one. In fact, she's won a penalty. Just a little bit too much messing around there.
Yeah, I think Stacey was just trying to force an error in there, but she held on a bit too long.
She's just dabbed to touch. I wonder if our referee actually started his watch at the start of the second half. We're seeing miles over. Run through the middle comes in by Natalie Watson. Still going. She's been good as well today for Wigan.
Yeah, she's made a massive impact down the middle of the park.
Oh, it's been lost illegally in the eyes of our match official.
I think that were harsh. I think that she lost the ball on the collision there.
Dunn just popped up with it. Was heading downfield at a rate of knots and had to come back. Had to be taken on the 40-metre line. Then it's dabbed into touch. The question must have been asked of our match official, and that is all that we've got time for. A win at full time here for Wigan Warriors, and we'll bring you full game highlights in the next few seconds, and we can talk through these